tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better.
I'm a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. 101 little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend, I'm the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out.
Hold up.
I'm a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. 101 little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend, I'm the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out like the
Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better.
Images, iris, limitless, priceless. Sun, my energy shining. I shut silence. The brightness, skyless. Images, iris, limitless, priceless. Sun, my energy shining. I shut silence. The brightness, skyless. I've been holding you forever. I've been making out better. I don't know if you're nonsense, but I hold you back when you hold me back. And I know that it's better, and I feel it for forever. How it makes you feel better. How it makes you feel. How it makes you feel.
I'm a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. 101 little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend, I'm the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out.
Hold up.
I'm a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. 101 little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend, I'm the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out like the
Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year.
I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better.
Images, iris, limitless, priceless. Sun, my energy shining. I shut
Yo, it was a good shot.
silence.
Wow, first YouTube appearance of we released Bob Iron.
Images, iris,
Alright, man. What the fuck have y'all been up to? I know I've been doing the little podcast, but I know my channel has been starving, dude. Who would have ever fucking thought? Honestly, I think I might get back into making some videos. I think I want to make a video on why Rogue Assassin's actually pretty good. Except I might need to give it a talent for regen. So, what are the what are your thoughts about Valve Iron Plus Deep? I kind of want to discuss a few different things here today. About I'll probably do a bigger stream. Maybe how about Friday or Saturday? I'll ask Rag. We can do a Sunday because I'm gonna be with my girl Friday, Saturday. Oh, that's cool. I can see my actual YouTube. Oh, that's sick. You gain a couple pounds? I know, bro. Damn. Yo, it feels good not to be skinny anymore. Oh my goodness, it's actually so fire. Mainly because I know I was always very skinny, and so yeah. Now I've gained what do they call the grown man strength. I like that. Bob Ryan is mad fun, but I'm in person trying to learn regen right now. It's been so slow. You look so much healthier. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna lie, recently, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it so real. I think these like past 2 months of grinding out Bob Iron, boy, I never would have thought I would have gone a straight month without uploading. That's crazy. But no, Bob Iron required my full attention. Literally, like, I treat that bitch like a 9 to 5, and I kind of still do right now. At least what I did today. I don't know. It's just I just wake up, I script, I eat, I go back to sleep. Maybe I would call my girl too, you know what I'm saying? That was really my schedule. And so yeah, I've been grinding out, and I was like, you know what? Okay, maybe I should do some YouTube, get back into, you know, I guess I don't have to immediately be as vigilant. Though I really do want to get a winter update out. I'm like I said, chat, I'm already working on the next boss. And I was talking about it just in the podcast. I'm really excited for this one. I basically have all the moves finished already. I just need to like refine it, see how I feel about its kit, and then wait for the animations and get some effects made, and then I don't know. Hopefully, I can get it out either January or like late December. So another update coming. I want to like, you know what I'm saying? I want to get back to it, right? It's like I kind of like the idea of like, you know, we're keeping the trend of. Not really. I mean, I'll probably do what's today? Wednesday? Yeah, I guess today we can go through. I'll treat Thursday. I'll go through and do balance. I haven't done balancing in a hot minute, so I'll look in the, you know, popular suggestions, see what the casuals think, see what Chime server's thinking, and we need to go over a few different things. There's a lot of things that went on. Thank you for the 5 Canadian, man. I enjoy Valve Iron, but it makes me think you guys will limit the same potential future boss games since Valve Iron is hardcore. No. I disagree with that. This next boss, I'm bringing the same energy into base game. Valve Iron, like the thing about Valve Iron is like builds are very a lot weaker, kind of. But you get what I'm saying. They're a lot weaker compared to base game, and so it's not even that like you're gonna get like 2-tapped. You're probably gonna be able to tank a lot. Like the thing about Deepwoken, there's so much you can bring to a boss. That's like you can prep very hard. Like you can bring like min-max armor if it's an elemental boss, elemental armor, sacred field, and even then you can bring like healing items, bloodlesses, etc. It depends on what the boss allows you to use, right? And so that's the thing about main game. Main game, there is so much ability to the player. Pathfinder, there's so much stuff. So what I'm doing for this boss, I'm gonna do like 2 things. I want to make eating hits actually matter, but not through damage. Not through damage. It'll just be like regular damage, you know. It'll fit. Don't worry. It's not gonna like I said. It'll still matter though when you eat hits, and it's gonna be a little bit different of a boss, and I think it'll be hopefully thrilling, but also interesting. So yeah, I'm excited for what I'm doing for this next boss, but I'll see. As for Valve Iron future bosses, I know we talked about adding like future content maybe for Valve Iron. I just need to think of an idea. Thoughts on making True Kings give more notes? True King? What do you mean True Kings? Oh, you talking about what are you talking about by true? Like you talking about enmity? Like true enmity? Like what are we talking about here? There's a problem with flashing thunder modes where you basically can't do damage to get orbs on force or scribbles. Here's the thing, I fought the I did fight the I fought enmity like 2-3 days ago. And so that's when I like you know, it's like the one where you sheath it. It worked for me. It was annoying to fight the enforcer, but I prepped by I managed to get a True Blood pendant, I think, and it was really good. Oh, True King. Oh, that's what they're called. Yeah, maybe they could give more notes. I really don't care about how quick progression is, to be honest. I think people just want to fight the bosses, as do I. Will Sightless ever get a buff or change? I fought enmity on Sightless. It was not too bad. I haven't recorded it just in case. I don't know. I didn't think it was. I think it maybe could get like a little bit more M1 damage, right? It's supposed to be kind of like. It was supposed to get 120 light. Now it's 110. I don't know why that happened. Did you make Rat King? I made Shogun and I made Rat King. Those are the 2 bosses I made for Valve Iron. As for the classes, so I made Rat King. I made Shogun. I made what? Ether Erudite, Rogue Assassin, Sightless, Void Glutton, and Steampunk. And then I also made all the equipment effects besides the new rings. Bro, the equipment was fun to use. I'm glad I made them. I buffed them before release because they were. I had them like where it's like, okay, well I'm gonna nerf them because they might come to main game. That was the idea, by the way. The idea was like make like a bunch of upgradable piece of equipment that can come over to main game. I don't know if I remember a while ago, months ago, I was talking about an equipment update. And so what I was thinking was like, wait, hold on. Valve Iron could be the perfect test to see how it would feel about like good feeling equipment, right? And so that's when I was like just grinding out a bunch of equipment. And I think besides the really crazy one, like the corrupted one, like the corrupted depths equipment, I think we could definitely port over a lot of the equipment. You know what I mean? Yeah, depth slew. I wanted to make sure that felt good to get as well. Yeah, wait, was the $50 Fiverr back? Yes, it was racking. Yeah, so I got like a random guy off of Fiverr, and I was like, hey. I actually have the I think I still have, do I have the original fucking shit. Let me see if I have it. Hold on, chat. Give me a sec. I need to look at something real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Found it. Okay, listen. Right. Hey, so just a quick attachment from the dev who's like a rap boss. When was this? A few examples. So this was November the 3rd when I sent this to him. Examples of what could be done, but feel free to, try different things yourself. And I wanted to see what he can do. So here are the regular voice lines. Ha ha ha. Finally, a worthy challenger. From this point forward, we shall only be using our weapons. So I sent him like an example of like what I kind of wanted, right? For like the voice lines, and dude, he like fucking crushed it. He really did crush it out the park. Let me see if I can find like the folder. So there are multiples of the let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Tracking folder rat voice. Let me go on Fiverr. That's probably where it is. I know I had it downloaded. Oh no! Wait, I have it in a folder on Vegas. But yeah, no, he did a really good job, because like some of the things that were like in there that he says, I didn't even say it in the shits, right? And so yeah, he just did a wonderful job. I'm probably gonna use him again if I need like an old man voice. I'm not gonna lie. He's just good for it. Add mementos for each boss. Actually, I did want to make like a golden rat memento where you like play as the motherfuckers. Let's see what he sent me. So this is, I think, the original folder he sent me, and it has like different takes.
Finally, a worthy challenge.
So this is like one of those.
At long last.
This is some of his other ones.
Honorable for a golden rat.
You can see that he did some
what
different
a
ones.
Disappointment.
What I did was I kind of mixed and matched different voice lines here.
Finally, a worthy challenger.
So what I was thinking was, if I bring him to main game, I'm gonna use like the second voice line. So it's the next. It's like, so the current voice or rat king you fight is like the old one, and maybe like a new NPC can be in Valve Iron, where it's like the next guy to come up, and then you fight him as an old man. So there's like,
finally,
you know what I'm saying? He sent a lot of them.
Finally, a worthy challenger. From this point forward, we shall only be using our weapons to fight. No more tricks. From this point forward.
So yeah, I'll see what I do. Rat King would be a title. I think, yeah, because it's like Dravik the Rat King, right? So it's like the title is he is the Rat King of the Rats. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed working on Rat King. Shogun even. I feel like there's a lot of people who really enjoy Shogun, and Shogun was like, bro, shout out Natoons, by the way. It was like Natoons' original idea for it to be like a Shogun, I think. Hopefully I'm not getting that wrong. Shogun was like Toons' idea. And so I told like Toons, I think Toons and I was like, you guys just make some of the moves. And they made the first 4 moves, and then I designed the other 4. And so, yeah, no, Shogun, Shogun was really cool to make as well. And so we're getting a winter update this weekend. Not this weekend. No date on the winter update. I need to think about what else I want to add for winter update. What I was thinking was maybe it could be like a way I can get some of those frost items to come into main game, but like with actual new models. I don't know. I'll see. It depends on what people want. Maybe like, I mean, main game is, I don't know. What do people want? Like probably what, fucking new weapons, new shits. You know the drill, right? Just like different shit with a boss or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Valorant's cool, but it feels lackluster. Yeah, right now we're discussing an idea where it's like we have maybe like a unlock like a free slot and Levitt. I think I was discussing that with Supa. So yeah, what, free slot and Levitt on that free slot, and yeah, well, that'll probably be the idea there. And then maybe there'll be like purple name if you like 100% it. That's what I want. I think that'd be cool. Let me see what you guys are saying. Sale was promised. You have to because you did not void the Valorant items. Yes, that is actually, yeah, apparently some people still have that, so I'll bring that up with Ark. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, because there was like a big void, and I think like Championscape and fucking Aegis accidentally got thrown into that. But then on top of that, it voided all the stuff, and even then some people still have it. So we might just, what we might do, I think the only things that we really need to void are like the crazy corrupted items and like stuff that we don't want in the game yet. And then we'll see. I might make like new items for them just to balance around. Because like some of them would be way too powerful. Like for example, like the True Blood set would be really good because what you could do, for example, like you could have like a Flame Wisp going on, and the Flame Wisp counts as a heal, right? But it's like constantly proccing. So you could have somebody like Flame Within, have the Flame Wisp constantly proccing, and they would just keep getting critical heals. It'd be like verse 1 prime Flame Wisp with that equipment. Do you see what I mean? There's so many different possibilities with like the Valve Iron equipment that's very dangerous just to port them over 1-to-1. And so that's a big thing. Smoke screen, I'm pretty sure, I think somebody fixed it, but we'll take a look. I think some people said they really wanted Drifter as like an oath, but like toned down. I think that's also maybe possible. I think it's cool. Thanks for the 5. Yeah, literally. Yeah, a lot of people really like Drifter. I like it too. Dude, Drifter's like busted in PvP right now. You have a call out talent coming too that makes people take 20% more damage when called out. I can't let you go. Yeah, like there's a lot of just blatantly really good stuff. That's mainly just because we wanted equipment to feel really good. We're like in Deepwoken, there's a lot of in Deepwoken, those effects aren't really as free. They're usually like, you know, they're locked behind requirements. So to have like those like really strong effects just for free would be like, I don't know, it would change a lot of balancing. So yeah, we'll see. After they made TP safety wipe, I beat Shogun 3 times going right. Low-key Valve Iron is a bit easy now. Yeah, I was looking through, and it's like, I feel like there's like there's like literally like, it's 2 types of communities. Once we made it less tedious, like save TPs, right, and we eased up some other things, you have like the community who's like, oh, like, they really enjoy Valve Iron, and like, they're like, they finish Valve Iron, they're like, damn, like, I want, you know, like, let me get something from beating Valve Iron, right? Like the guys who are beating Valve Iron and mastering it. And then you got like, you have the guys who are still stuck on Shogun. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I read through like some of like the comments. Some people are like, dude, it's skill issue. And then some people are like, dude, this is just crazy artificial difficulty. And then those guys are like butting heads, bro. They're like actually like arguing on like which is which. And so I think that's more like the dedicated, you know, hardcore community versus like the more casual community. Just going at whether Valve Iron's a good mode or not, which I think the debate is still interesting. It's all because you have to kill little mobs in between. I mean, it only gives 1,000. Yeah, I think power 15 to 20 is like a little bit more of a slog. I mean, you have the Etrian quests and also the what's it called? Etrian quest plus also you have the Shoguns that you can kill. So we'll see. Thoughts on Breaker? Rapid Punch is really good. I don't know how strong the Strong Left is. What happened to Divergences? I think they should be saved. I really like Valorant, but that's hard shit. I think it is very difficult for the more like the guy who doesn't play Deepwoken a lot, the guy who's like taking a break and comes back from Deepwoken. Like look at Supa, right? Like it's taking Supa. He's played like Valorant for like what 30-40 hours now, and it's like he still sometimes loses to Rat King, right? Like where like you have more like experienced players who can now consistently fight it every time. It's just I don't know, just difference of people who are playing a lot and who don't. Would Valorant accessories such as Levitt, Drakkar, Phoenix, Lightborn? I don't think Lightborn, Drakkar, or Heliodar would be attainable. Probably Levitt, because like Levitt is supposed to be Valorant exclusive, and I think it'd be cool to see a main game race be obtainable, but not rollable, right? And I think it's interesting that Vow of Iron could be like the acquisition for it. I think more things like that people really enjoy. Word advice from games that failed with the problem ignore the casual community. They especially took Vow of Iron would be hardcore, made it harder. Sure took 5 hours to complete. I mean, yeah, it's like the thing is, it's I don't know. We would have to we would have to just kind of see where it is, because like I said, it is true. Like we did say it'd be hard. It would be a very tough mode, and I saw a lot of people like discussing like whether it should still even have like permadeath, and it's like my big thing is like we, at least as developers, and even me as a player, like I personally enjoy the fact, and I've said this on stream years ago, I enjoy the fact that there is permadeath with like Dark Soul level bosses, right? I'm not here to play Dark Souls. If I want to play Dark Souls, I'd go play Dark Souls. If I want to play Elden Ring, I'm going to go play Elden Ring. I think there was the idea of Vow of Iron and more difficult bosses in general is that people wanted to see tough ass bosses in that permadeath environment. That's at least how I viewed it, and that's specifically what I want. But I understand a lot. It's just not going to rock with some people. Some people will not like that no matter what. As long as that's permadeath, it will always be a turn off for some people, and like we're okay with that, right? We know that it's not made for everybody, right? And so I think like the base game is a lot more casual and starting to become like basically for, hey, this is for everybody to come and enjoy, because obviously you have like a lot of different things in main game to make bosses a lot easier. There's a lot of different, I mean, there's a reason why all those videos on YouTube get so many views. Like the best PV builds, because you know people it's not only that people want to beat the bosses, but like main Deepwoken is a game you grind to get stronger. Where like Vow of Iron, like the point is the reason why there was no initial reward, the idea is like when you beat Vow of Iron, like you beat the mode. Like it's almost like it's a story mode where it's like you can win Vow of Iron, like that's fine if people go back to Pathfinder for that. Thank you Super for the 10. Defeat the lore region, Vow of Iron grants free character slot. What happened to Levitt? Oh, does it not give Levitt? Oh, was that pushed? Let me look. Was that? I don't see that anywhere, Super. Thanks for the 10. Can we get a buff on Steampunk Soldier? Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it one more talent. I'm gonna move its like explosion talent down one and then give it a new talent because I think it's not that crazy for region. It needs to get like one more thing. Oh, it's in the badge. Let me look. Oh, dude, the fucking art, man. Always an amazing job. Holy shit. Let's take a look here. I mean, look at that. Memory surpassed defeat. Lore region in the Vow of Iron. Oh, wow. Okay. I guess this probably hasn't been pushed yet, though. That's why probably nobody has it, right? If anything, though, it's like, yeah, no, I wouldn't mind people getting, no, literally, like, that's what we want to do. Like, give people, like, Levitt. So yeah, we'll see if it comes with the ability though. I said, I don't know, but there are arguments as to people saying, if it comes with the ability, it won't even be that bad. So maybe it does also come with the ability, maybe a little bit nerfed. Thanks for the 2. Void Tower still a thought or has been canned. I'm always still down to do it, but I have started my planning for layer 3. So I want to focus on that instead. And you can ask Rag. I've yapped about with him and I told him the idea. I think it will be the best Deepwoken update ever. I've explained before why I think it's going to be the best update, and I kind of want to touch up on that just a little bit here in a second. Enmity Memento that has Force Agony Mantle would be sick. Maybe. And maybe like something new, like you can throw the axe. Thanks for the 2. Add a Lightborn to main, I'll give you $2 more. Sorry, bro. No Lightborn in main. No Lightborn in main. Gotta keep that exclusive. Is Void Glen bugged or just hard to obtain? I tested it. I think I'm pretty sure it's obtainable. I tested it before release, but no, I mean it shouldn't be that. It's not that hard to obtain. It's just a little bit different than the other mementos, and for a reason. There's a reason why the obtainment's a little bit extra for it. Thanks for the 5. Vow of Iron boss are fun. The problem is the main game. It's so yes. I'm not gonna lie. That is something I struggle with. With Vow of Iron, it's very easy to balance and make the bosses tough for pretty much most people. I mean, even then, yeah, Iron Vessel and Saint J, but like when things are powerful in Vow of Iron, they are like we can easily identify what's powerful. Like Iron Vessel, like was super powerful, and then we were able to nerf it, and now it's like on the same level as all the other mementos, right? You see what I mean? Where like in main game, it's like there's like 20 different things we would nerf, and even then, people would get really fucking pissed because the idea is like, what? do you know how long it took me to min-max this build, and you're gonna nerf my build? It's a PvE build. It's PvE. That's the argument, right? It's PvE. It shouldn't matter. Let us have fun, right? That's usually what people say. And so when you try and make a boss for everybody in Deepwoken, right? Well, if you make it kind of too easy, people are just going to come up with, like, you know, the best build to beat it, and like there's not going to be any challenge for those players. Then if you make it too hard, then it's like the more casual guys gonna have to grind out and min-max in order to get this shit. That's actually one of the reasons why I really wanted DVM to get removed from equipment and made into a base feature. And I think that was probably one of the best things ever. A lot of people were saying like, "Oh, we killed PvE," and it's like, niggas are still doing PvE, bro. I don't know what this. It's like, dude, it fucking sucked having to grind for like a set. And then every time you want to try another slot, you either had to move all your shit from the bank to the shits, right? Or you just had to get to, like, you know, that fucking sucked. It's way better when it's just universally applied. And I think it was one of the best things we did. Is Levitt going to be obtainable with it or just a free character slot? We'll probably plan it out. It's like, you can probably get the fucking Levitt as like a, you know, you can get it on like one slot. Probably the slot you unlock it on. I think it'd probably just be that simple. I don't think people care about an ability. They just want something that's cool and they can flex. I agree. That's also why we need purple name. Thanks for the 5 again. I think my swordman slot, I'm permanently flying, but my heart been if I use something different that doesn't. Oh, that's weird. Send me a clip. Honestly, maybe Soulborn should just be always able to fly. A lot of people told me that the class is weak, and it's like, and then you have limited flight. It's like, let the motherfuckers fly, bro. You think there'll be something transferable from Byron to main game? None of my friends will play because there's no main game reward. We were just talking about it. Like I said, probably just free slot plus Levitt. You get like an obtainable race, which I think is a big reward. A lot of people would really want that. And then obviously, like I said, that's for like the sweats. These guys are like, they sit at the computer all day. Purple name. When you see a purple name, that nigga doesn't take a shower. But just know, it's probably like gonna be like, I don't know, probably the. No, Godseeker will probably still be... Godseeker #1 will probably still be more, I guess, rare as a name, but I assume there's not going to be that many people who beat Vibe Iron on every memento. You know what I mean? Is Prank going around Jefferson supposed to apply zero pressure to Pasha going around? I told RJ about this, and I think he said he did something about it, but I did remember saying that I think he wanted the progression to be harder because, you know, it's supposed to be very, very good at the end. I think that's what I remember discussing with him. Maybe he needs a buff for PV. Will it be a way to reclaim lost Aegis generally champion games that were made before Vibe Round update? As far as I'm aware, most of the time it's just you make a senior ticket and you just get restored for it. I think that's what I've seen most people do. We ever add more bosses to Valve in the future? Probably will, to be honest. I think I'm just going to keep making bosses. Has anyone found the list of new secrets? Has anyone found every secret ever? I don't know. I mean, technically, there's still a memento people haven't unlocked. Is it possible to make a deal to keep a Deepwoken fan project up? I don't know. That you'd have to ask Archmage and like Rag for that. That's not my jurisdiction. I saw there was like a video of like a Deepwoken like verse 1 trailer, and it's like, hey, we're making Deepwoken, but it's in verse 1. And then like a minute into the trailer, the motherfucker has a Pelbriar. That's not verse 1. What the fuck is this? Verse 1 my ass. Why does the motherfucker have Pelbriar? Lol, that's mine. Go ask Art, bro. I know it because like I know there was like a Deepwoken that was like super like, how do I say it? It's like it was like a role play game, and it looks completely different too, by the way. So like if it looks very similar and it's just our map and like you see, I mean, there's probably gonna be a lot more likely that they'll say no. I think the reason why the fucking lore one was so cool is because like it was a brand new map. They had like custom mantras and shit. They just used the world, and they had some things like the fucking shark or whatever, but it's like, it was meant to be like they role play as they do their actions. I thought that was sick. And I think we told them it's like, hey, just as long as you don't monetize it, fucking feel free, bro. Other PvP plans for Valorant? Not really. I mean, like it's a PvE mode, bro. We basically made the game, like we want to make most of the game able to where you can just play it solo. That's kind of the idea. So we're not planning to add Chime or anything like that. I don't think it wouldn't fit the mode. What a steampunk sword nav outfit. It can maybe get that Summer Dragoon one, to be honest. That's what I should probably give it. Can we buff St. J and Rogue? Rogue is amazing, okay? Don't sleep on Rogue. Do you have plans for PvP Luminant? That actually got me back on topic, thank you. PvP Luminant, probably with layer 3. I still want to do that because I think it's good to have more proper... By the way, before we go into that, motherfuckers were saying that we were only doing PvP updates. We care about PvE too. If anything, Rag actually liked the idea of like Deepwoken leaning more into the PvE side. However, me, right, I think it's like it's PvPvE. And I think there's an audience for both. My biggest argument was the fact that like Type Soul literally took half of our player base. And that's a PvP, very heavy PvP game. People obviously care about, like, people like good PvP in Deepwoken. And it's like, there's a reason why there was a lot of, at least, you know, there was a lot of focus on balance at the time. Type Soul's dead? Yeah, I know, but it's like, I just feel like we have room to offer better PvP and better PvE. Let's do both. I don't think we should, like, leave one or the other out. Example, Vial of Iron, like, we wanted to push the limits of PvE and what people can do. Same thing we should do for main game and, like, you know, PvE there as well. And on top of that, new things to do in PvP. If you're a PvP player, you have Chime ganking in the same spots you've been, or tournament / DCL, the competitive scene. That's it. That's like 3 things. And so, I don't know. I feel like there could just be like 1 or 2 more things. Just 1 to 2 more avenues of PvP. It doesn't have to be super deep. I just think motherfuckers want a new area to fight in. They want new things to do, to fight with. It's like, it's very simple. I think it's been very dry for a long time, and it doesn't take a lot of effort. It's very simple to please the PvP community. Very simple, very, very simple. Just give them some proper tools to fight with, and most of the time they do it by them. They will play by themselves, bro. So that's it. For PvE though, obviously, got to get the new bosses in. Definitely got to get the new bosses in. Which leads me to layer 3. Why I think layer 3 will be such a big hit. Layer 3, I was yapping with Rag, and I think layer 3 is the way that we talked about it. Let me see, hold on, let me go to the Deepwoken, let me go to the, we talked about it in the direct. Deepwoken verse 3 direct. This music was tough. All right, where do we discuss layer 3? Damn, man, nigga sat through 2.5 hours of this. Yeah, me personally. Hold on, what's going on here? Gotta use these as a...
Show him the rock.
Oh, the rock? Oh my god, the rock. Hang on.
We were talking about bullshit. Exploration and Void Tower updates, are they still planned?
I do.
Yeah, if anybody has the marker, like the timestamp of where we talked about layer 3 and showed the map, because I lost it. Wait, no, wait, hold on. Rag actually sent that to me. Or was it Natoons? It's probably Natoons. Okay, never mind. I fucking lost it, I guess. Whatever.
It's more imperative.
Straight yap for 2 hours, 10 minutes of actual info.
That it gets added at some point in the future.
It was around when you were showing Life Loop stuff? Really? You showed Life Loop stuff? I'm gonna look for it, chat. I'm gonna look for it. And then we'll discuss a little bit more about layer 3.
There's
damn, bro, fuck. Wait, no. Here it is. Oh my god, here it is. Thank fuck. Okay. Right. This right here. The reason why I think layer 3 will be so peak. So peak. Was you got the City of Flames, layer 3 entrance, where people spawn in. The Falling Steps, Corfu Garden. You have like these main kind of points that people want to go to. In order to get through them, you're going to have to go kind of through the layer 3 wilds, right? And so the idea here is that as you're going through, I think we discussed how it's like each of these like little cells or modules will be kind of like a randomized map. And maybe depending on where you are, you'll have like different randomized maps, yada, yada, yada. You know the deal. And so the reason why I think this is so good is because we can actually make it almost a lot more fair to explore an area where PvPvE is possible. The problem with base Deepwoken right now is every environment where it's possible to fight players and PvE, you can get jumped. And truth be told, getting jumped is probably one of the worst things, right, in Deepwoken. It is like the worst thing for the casual player. There's a lot of people who immediately get turned off from the idea of ganking in PvP, right? And a lot of people, truthfully, they only play with 1 to maybe 2 to 3 people. It's like solos and like a small group of friends. That's a lot of people here. Chat, if you guys are somebody who plays solo or with like a small group of 1 to 5 people, you know, say in the chat. I think that's a lot of people in the audience, right? A lot of people. And so I think the reason why we can make this so good is because we can specifically, for layer 3, right, essentially make the game mode focus on the exploration and the ability to fight other people or PvE, but adhere it to those solos, duos, trios, and squads play style. Do you get what I'm saying, chat? Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? Good way to look at it. I look at it like Arc Raiders. It's also what I told Rag. I look at it like Arc Raiders. What happens in Arc Raiders, it is solo, duos, and trios, right? And you can go out and you can fight PvE and you can kill other people. A lot of the time, though, what will end up happening, right, is the solo groups, right, especially on release, there is a lot more likely of people teaming up against the PvE. Do you see what I mean? They know that the PvE in the environment is dangerous, so initially, a lot of people, it was very friendly. Now, these days, it might not be as friendly, but solos is the safest if you want to just go in, do your tasks, do your quests, do PvE. But obviously, you still have the ability to fight other players. It keeps it tense, but it keeps those real bonds you find with random players a lot better, right? And so that's what I think is kind of exciting, because even if you do go in, right, as like a person looking for fights, looking to kill people, right? The idea is that like a lot of times, even in like Arc Raiders when I play, right, you will have like a group, sometimes you'll have a group of random solos together and it makes it hard to attack those guys, right? And so the PvP player is usually going to be a better player, or like those PvE guys are going to be worse. It's almost like you have the reverse of what happens in layer 1, right? Where it's like you have one kind of PvP guy, or even 2, fighting a bigger group of PvE or like PvE, PvP, like kind of passive players. And I think it turns into a more engaging fight because there's a better chance for the PvEs to survive while also having like the PvP players able to have fun and achieve their objectives, right? And so yeah, that's a big thing I'll say about layer 3 that I think we can kind of hit, because I think with layer 1 you have the clear obvious issues. You can get jumped. It's very dangerous for like a solo. But then you have layer 2, which is like the complete opposite spectrum, where it's like now there's no PvP and nothing ever happens, and it's just you go in and it's the same thing every time. And so we're kind of taking like layer 1 and layer 2 and like getting to the sweet spot for the middle to create the perfect PvPvE environment. I honestly had a similar idea for like Void Tower years ago, but I think layer 3 is like probably the best way we can do that, and I think it'll be very fun for that specific audience, because I think that's a very large amount of our audience. And even then, if you're looking for PvP, right, it's like if you go in with like a squad of 4 or 5 people, you're probably coming across another squad of 4 to 5 people. You're going to have a much more also fair 4v4, 5v5 gank, right? But because like usually when you go ganking with a small group of people, there's people who flood in, and you know that flooding is also not very, very enjoyable as well for most people. And so that's why I think, even though it is it's a dangerous place to be, obviously it's in the depths, right? So there's going to be some sense of danger. And I didn't talk about specifically how, like, because I remember I asked Rag Lego, you want to talk about how the life system will work? And we haven't, I won't mention it here either, but you have a dangerous environment, which is layer 3, but you have what is likely probably the most fair environment that you can have PvPvE interactions in the entire game, outside of arguably even Chime, right? Because like in Chime, there's no PvE, right? It's just 1v1, you fight, right? And so, Yeah, no, I think that's a big thing for me on how we can make layer 3 very, very fun, despite it being an area you can wipe in. But I think there's basically a lot of things we can do to, even though there would be wiping, right? If anything, I think a lot of the times you would see a lot more people, especially solos, wiping to the PvE versus the PvP. But I'm not going to elaborate on that. So yeah, this is why I'm very excited for layer 3, and I pretty much I really like after I finish some stuff, and I'll see what the squad thinks. But I want to get started. Let's start. You know, I'm ready to work. You know, I think people are, you know, it's I think it'll be the update, you know, like the update that will even go past layer 2. And yeah, we'll see what we do. There's a lot of stuff I think we can throw in there. Obviously people are going to be excited for new mobs, new bosses, maybe like even like a new power system, right? How like layer 2 kind of introduced the idea of more min-max, but it's also like oaths became a bigger thing, right? In like what's called armor enchants were a bigger thing. Legendary weapons were expanded upon hella, right? And so I think layer 3 needs to have similar like expansions onto builds, so people go down there, and there's a great reason to go down there. And that's why I always say that's like, you know, you have that, and then you also have stuff like a new area you can fight in, which would either be like PvP Lumen or like 5v5, fucking I don't know, 5v5 Guild Wars, etc. Right? So that's what that's what I personally think about layer 3 and Future Deep. Very, very excited to start working on it whenever, pretty much. But we got other things ahead of us, though. Obviously, more Vive Iron stuff to do. Winter update to do. What kind of layer 3 weapons or talents we might see? No comment. Obviously, no comment. But yeah, definitely like this entire aspect right here, though, is like the number one thing that I'm looking forward to. There's a reason why I was always addicted to. I really loved Arc Raiders. I really loved Dark and Darker, and it's like, what made Arc Raiders such a appealing game to the casual player? What made it so appealing? It still has. Hold on, let's look. I want to learn and like take the best aspects. Like, what made it so? Look, the 24-hour peak was 300,000 people. There is still 150,000 people on this extraction shooter. You take a hardcore environment, something like the Duffs and Deepwoken as a game, but then you apply it and make it better for a casual audience while still allowing the sweats to have an environment they can also play in. You get a game like Arc Raiders, right? Why is Arc Raiders so fun? I want to apply that conceptually to Deepwoken and layer 3 specifically, right? Because I think for a while it's like we've had these like two sides of the community where it's like you have the hardcore, you have the casual. What is an environment we can have both of them really enjoy the game in? Where both of them can thrive because they do their own things the way they want to. The way you can tell your own story. What is your story when you're trying to go to City of Flames to Falling Steps, right? And so that's what I personally think about layer 3. I'm very, very excited. It's like the YouTuber in me yapping about it. I thought you were on Arc Raiders. I haven't played Arc Raiders in like 2-3 weeks. I might get on today actually. It's actually 12 a.m. Never mind. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Read my donut blood. Sorry, buddy. Let me see what you said. Thank you for the 2 add Conquest Rock Mob to layer 3. Oh, I don't know. That motherfucker, bro. The Conquest, like little mob that was leaked. Conquest. Indefinitely delayed / canceled. Will there be a reason to stay down layer 3 after all the hype off its release? I think so. I thought about it, and it's like, I have a question, chat. Before Vive Iron released, what is the number one thing you do on Deepwoken? Like, what do you personally do? For the people who especially play the game a lot, what is the number one thing you do on Deep? What do you do? Like, what the fuck do y'all do? What is the number one thing you like to do? Or you just do? Let's see. Gank, chime, solo gank, prog, PvP, prog builds, chime, gank, chime, progress play, chime, drip, prog, gank, chime, from hive and ward events, make builds, do PvE, drip, gank, PvE, gank, make new builds, gank, chime, grind loot, PvE, enmity, build making. Okay, right. Yeah, I think okay, so the question was, right, it's like what are some things that people will do to keep playing after layer 3? I think we expand upon what do people like doing? Just try and expand upon what people like doing. Like I saw a lot of people just say, think about it, 2 things, gank and chime. Let's expand upon what people like to do. Let's add like 1 or 2 new methods of PvP. Let's see if people enjoy it. Let's try it out. I feel like there was something closer, but it was never expanded upon, right? Yeah, the replayability, right? It's like, what, we had Glads. Motherfucker, who was using Glad? It was like there, and it wasn't expanded upon. There was nothing to get from Glads. There was no proper system for Glads. There was no way for competitive to even really use it. It was bugged. What the fuck? No, bruh. Let's actually like flesh it out a little bit. Even add maybe 1 to 2 things that you can get that are only from that game mode. And you can only get from the PvE stuff. It's like, expand on it and you'll see people play. You have people playing chime and ganks, and it's like, they're not even getting any. They just do it just because they like it. They do it just because they like it, bro. Think about that. If we add a few more things that people will enjoy, maybe they enjoy fighting in layer 3, or maybe they enjoy just exploring and playing layer 3. They just enjoy playing bro, I'm telling you. Arc Raider is definitely my biggest influence for how I want to approach layer 3, bro. It's got to be good for the casual, but it's got to have something for the sweat. Combine the two, we got probably the best update of all time, bro. And a very, very replayable update for the casual. Because what I noticed is I'm able to hop on, play for an hour or 2, and then hop off, and you can achieve something from that. You can achieve something from just playing, and you don't have to grind out hella. Do you see what I mean? But there's still the long-term goals. So you have the stuff that's, because looting, real people know, like, it's very easy. Compared to other extraction shooters, our Raiders, it's very easy to get what you're looking for, but there's that long-term goal. And so, I don't know, I think hopefully we can implement something that is like, we keep people who, you know, they don't want to grind fucking 24/7 for 0.001% drop in layer 3. But I think having also like a good long-term goal in layer 3 itself would be a good way to add replayability, bro. That's what I think we could do. Literally, I'm just stealing the best ideas I can from here. Hell, that's what we did for all. If you think about it, some of Deepwoken's main ideas right now have been taken from other games. Venting, bro. Think about venting. Well, some people say it wasn't the best idea. But there's been a lot of really good ideas from previous Monad games that have been taken from other games. So it's like, I'm trying to see what the current hottest game is right now. What do people enjoy about it? And how can we take aspects of Info into Deep? So yeah, I don't know. What is one thing you guys look forward to though in a layer 3 update? What is the number one thing you want out of it? What do you want to do the most? Even a month after the game's out, what do you want to do? Not just week 1, a month or 2 after it's out. Very important. There's a difference. I was still a Burnout. Can we get a match of that in Deep? You know there's still a Deepwoken? Replayable dungeon, economy, gank, new areas to fight in, boss, cities, big risk for builds and fun PvP mechanics, trade and PvP, shenanigan related things. That's a valid answer, I'm not gonna lie. I think the number one thing I would look for is the ability to still have fun memories of layer 3 as an experience even after the first or second week. I think if we can somehow still get that, that's how we know we had a good update on our hands. Because a lot of times, like, oh, you know, people really enjoy the game, and I think it is a very difficult thing to accomplish, but it's like, when you're still able to have a lot of fun with the homies and still get good memories of what you did in the game, even after the initial hype and the release, I think it'll be a huge plus. Raids, more lore, true. Layer 3 lore is going to be fire as fuck, bro. I really love the lore expansion we did for, like, it was very cool yapping about and seeing like the squad yap about Valve Iron lore, so I'm very excited for the future of that as well. Find a way to be creative with the environment, carrying players. It's been a while since I yapped. Holy shit. I want boss to be expounded on with the void Valve Iron mechanics like jumping and crouching. Yeah, I'm glad people like that, dude. I'm glad I added that to Shogun. A lot of people seem to really like it. So I'll probably... No, this new boss already has some jumping and crouch moves. I'll consider adding Celestial City. Maybe one day. Who knows? That's not on my mind, though. Layer 3 first. Or maybe even Void Sea. Thanks for the 5. Boss like Etheron, true. We need like a big humanoid... Not humanoid. Big monster boss. I think like a ultimate big monster boss. You have to have one. Come on. There needs to be one. New shrines. Good PvE. Why does Racking say no more tricks, but then is his goat attacks? Because his goat attacks, they're just, yeah, they're literally just aura. You know, like how in Demon Slayer you have, in Demon Slayer you have like kind of like the breathing styles, right? And you see like these like crazy. Hold on, give me a sec. Give me a sec, chat. Okay, chat, I'm back. Anyway, I actually lost track of what I was talking about. Oh no, I asked you guys what are you most excited for? Yeah, no. Oh yeah, Rat King, yeah. So you know like how in like Demon Slayer, like when they use like a move like you know, it's not actually like them spawning in fire, it's like, you know, like the fucking imagine that but Golden Rat. It's like it's just a figment of your he's just swinging his sword. He's just swing. It's like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing, Chad. That's why he can use it and you can't. There's a difference. So if you were fighting him as a Silent Heart, it would be like you would be able to use Silent moves on Rat King. Yep, you'd be able to use some because it's like it's your weapon. It's not actually like a trick. It's not a mantra. That's just the truth. Sorry, chat. Let's hit most non-humanoid mobs. Oh yeah, no, they do phase through sometimes. That's crazy. It's like their hitbox is off. Will Pleatski be in layer 3 as an interactive MC? We'll see what we do with Pleatski. Will main game get more content like Iron Vow? If you're talking in the sense of like how difficult the bosses were, or like, what do you mean? If you're talking about like bosses, probably. If you're talking about like the equipment, that's a maybe. If you're talking like some of the lore characters, depends. Add Shogun to main game. Bro, you can cheese Shogun and fucking Bob Iron, bro. People would just blitz him. Did you guys nerf the mobs? Everything feels easier? No, we did not. I'm saying this on stream because Rag, he tried to nerf the mob health by 50%. No, not the health, the damage. And I was saying, no. But no, Rev. But no. 50%? I was arguing my heart off, bro. I was arguing my heart. Yes, I'm saying it specifically here because I'm calling out Rag. That was a Valve Rainbow's ass move. Valve of Rainbows. No, I said, yo. The bosses need to stay fucking frightening. Even when you learn it. Needs to stay frightening, but everything else, fuck it. You could fucking retry. I could care less if you retry. The bosses need to hit that hard so they stay. It needs to stay separated and make it feel like it's actually like, damn, that fucking hurt. Because even then, you can build up enough and like be able to eat multiple hits. Oh, I fought the motherfucker and like you were able to eat hits. That's the big thing I wanted to make sure. So yeah, no, Val Rainbow's move, but we came to conclusion. That's why I think the flasks got buffed. But even though it's like flask, I think is better because you can fuck up your flask, right? Or you can get like for Rat King, you have to actually guard break him to get a flask off. Shogun, you might die before you even get. You see what I mean? Like there's room for you to still make error versus we nerfed everything by like 50%, and then it's like the mental. It's a mental thing too. When you know you're at 30% health and you might be only able to eat 2 more hits, it's a mental thing. You got to lock in. Versus like imagine that you're at 30% health and you can eat 4 hits. It feel off. It will fuck up the mental. It would make it way easier of a mode just because you know like even when you're at 50% health, okay, I can eat like 5 hits, 4 hits here. That wouldn't feel good. I don't think that feel good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Trinky's currency gain? Yeah, maybe. I know there was like a lot of jobs we had to increase. Why racking Shogun Saga submission man? One feels like ADHD and one feels like Sekiro? Really? Which one's which? Out of boss like 51. Oh, you talking about the final floor boss where it's like you're fighting him and it's like the white room and it's like kind of like a half circle arena and like he's like hitting you with like different attacks from each hand or whatever. That one, yeah, no, that one's heat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he does have the boss thing. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yep. Boss like that would be good. I feel like honestly it would definitely need to be like a big monster though. Maybe like I feel like a layer 3 boss could definitely hit that. Damn, Fantastic Frontier. Are they still on fucking hiatus or something? What's going on with dude, it's been like over half a decade. Aren't they supposed to be just like the God update? Like what happened to them? I'm curious. Fantastic. I played that shit when I was like in middle school, I think. Oh my god. Damn. Yeah, I did. 9 Souls, I've never played it. What was the Yap session about? The Yap session today was about Valve Iron, bosses. Yeah, maybe I'll like take a little bit of a break and start playing some different games. Rag is giving me homework to play games. But I'll do that after I need to finish. Let me like I'll finish up the boss and then I can like kind of like cruise. I want to stay focused. I'm gonna focus up. I'll finish the boss. Let me set a schedule for myself and like maybe give me like a week to like properly finish him. See how the anims feel, see how the boss feels. I think a week would be good. A week I should finish him. And then we'll plan out the rest of the winter update from there. It's good. Bro, one thing for sure, bro. Bro, we kind of sold on saying the release date, bro. From now on, finish the main piece of content, which is the boss, and then from there we cruise and bonus stuff. That's how at least I want to treat it. Best in-game faction, including Etrian Royalists. Best in-game faction. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. I think I said I'll just do Summer just because they don't have like a guy who has a faction for him. Like what? Par is the Divers, Dex is Legion, Hive has Pheno. Authority, probably like, you know, Rag Arc, they like Authority. Summer doesn't really have like a guy to do stuff for him, so I could probably just pick up Summer just because. What else? What other faction doesn't really have anything? I guess Etria is also has some solid stuff already. If you could join any faction, what are you joining? Authority. Seems like they might have the best benefits. Who knows? You know, they're an empire, right? They probably got some good benefits. It's probably like joining the fucking, I don't know, fucking, you know, military, right? They probably have some solid. I'm sitting in the chair. You know, I got like 120 intelligence, typing away or whatever, keeping notes. Fuck that. Go and fight. I'm not trying to go to the depths. What the fuck? You know, high intelligence, like 50 willpower build, 80 charisma, of course, but strength, agility, fortitude. Keep it on the low, bro. I didn't pass the exam, but I passed this exam. Ignition sounds cool. Ignition, but they deal, no, Ignition deals with the depths. I'm not trying to deal with the depths, bro. That's, what was it? Like 98% of divers get fucked up. Probably similar to Ignition, bro. They probably get fucked up down there. Imagine you get stationed in layer 2. Fuck no, bro. Oh no, bro. Hey, but yeah, hold on. Question. Would you get stationed in layer 1 for a year, if you were given $1 million, like $1 million of our money, anywhere you live, like $1 million for a year in layer 1? Would y'all take that? Yes? No, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy, bro. A year in layer 1? You're not fucking Akira, bro. What are you talking about? You're not Akira. What? I just told y'all 98% of divers get fucked up, and some of y'all niggas say y'all taking a year. Bro, you're going to see a Megalodon and piss your pants, bro. That motherfucker... Think about it like this, chat. Most of your... Have y'all ever actually been face-to-face with a bear? I've told this before. I've been face-to-face with a motherfucking bear, bro. Story goes, right? I was living in Florida, a place called Commando Village. And there's bears that are known to be there. What happened was, I was living on the outer circle, or the inner circle, I think. Inner circle of, like, the village. I go to my friend, his name's Kyle. I go up to see motherfucking Kyle, right? And I'm with my friend Jabari. I'll call that nigga up. He'll tell you. Wait, hold on. Let me see if he's up. It has been a while since let me see if that nigga's up real quick. Oh, it's probably late as fuck there, bro. Okay, anyway. We are walking up to my boy Kyle, trying to go over and see what's up with him, right? We hear a sound, we look over, it's a bear in the damn trash, and it scurries off, right? So it was probably a baby bear. I look at my friend Jabari, that nigga's already sprinting away. I chase after him. We're running for it, right? We're running for it. And so what ends up happening is we get home, open up. They quickly open up. Apparently we close the door. Like 20 seconds later, the mama bear was trailing our ass, bro. The mama bear was like walking in front of our fucking thing. And it's like, so imagine that, right? A bear. Do you think you could survive a bear with a sword? Now imagine a bear that is twice the size, more agile, and when it kicks you, it literally launches you 20, 30 feet in the air. Do you know how much muscle power it takes to launch a nigga 30 feet in the air like it's an anime? When it hits you, you're gonna like explode like you got hit by a bus. You're not surviving that. And you're saying yes to layer 1? There's a reason 98% of niggas die. So I'm trying to give y'all the actual, like, Deepwoken probably a real scary. I'm never taking that. That's death. You're basically, it's like a sign-on bonus. That's what they do. It's a sign-on bonus. That's probably what they do, them niggas. Hey, we'll give you 500,000 notes. But you need to stay in here. You know, they have a high pay bonus. But guess what? When the niggas die, they probably have in the terms and conditions, when the nigga dies in the depths. Oh, we don't see the body. They never joined to begin with. They take the money back. Guarantee you that's definitely what they do. That they need bodies, bro. They need to have men down there. That's probably the unfortunate truth of the divers. They scamming niggas. They really scamming motherfuckers to join. Who would want to join? Think about it. Who would actually want to join the divers? You have to be like passionate as a motherfucker, or like they hide it. Propaganda. Something, bro. Something that's actually getting motherfuckers to sign up to that bitch. Because who the fuck would go willingly to the depths? Fuck no. Carlia? No, because you saw when you talk to Carlia, she's like starstruck with the idea of like being like a diver, bro. And then she gets like blitzed by like little fucking squigglies. That's like a rat. You like lost to rats, bro. Like these motherfuckers are losing to rats, and they think they're really built for Megalodon. That's the weakest one. That's literally the weakest one, bro. Regent versus the bear, who wins? The bear, bro. Come on. Rat King is a statistic one, of course. Shogun feels nice fight. Rat King, he has a high rate. What are you saying? Warhammer 40K's universe is the same, but much worse, and yet it make a grown man salute. Yes, I understand, but it's like in the game, yes. IRL, unless you know, right, you getting them upgrades. Unless you know you're going to be much more powerful, an average motherfucker is going to get slaughtered out there, bro. Slaughtered. Deepwoken, they don't really... Deepwoken's not... Bro, they're not heroes, bro. They're not like a strong-ass faction or something like that that's like handling... They all like get murked most of the time. It's very few people who are actually like able to fight shit off in the depths. The player lore-wise is very powerful. Very powerful, right? It's a very, very powerful. But like most average Joes are like fucking scared shitless of the depths. And rightfully so. Most of us would be like fucking cooked. Did Golems originate for Duke, or did he copy that design since they spawned viral? Hey, ask Ark, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have the answer for you. I do not have the answer for you. How much am I ready to boxing for Scuba IRL? Honestly, no. The thing is that armor's gonna hurt. That armor will hurt. Why do I feel like the Squibbo though? Like I feel like the Squibbo would be like an enemy you could see somebody fight IRL. Like Squibbo's different, or I mean Megalodon's different. That much, but based on but Squibbo, right? Like I have a feeling like you put Mike Tyson against a Squibbo. Like tell me why I think Mike Tyson might actually stand a chance. I'm just saying, like I feel like Mike Tyson has a chance to beat a Squibbo. I don't know. I don't know if that's crazy to say. I know it's like, no, because hear me out, right? Hear me out, okay? Look. That motherfucker Mike Tyson probably, I know that nigga once wanted to fight a gorilla. He felt confident enough to fight a gorilla, right? Let's do some power scaling, right? Look how big and tanky a motherfucking Megalodon is. There's a reason why weight makes such a big difference in fights. Megalodon, obviously, you're not good for that. Motherfucker's like probably 2-3 times a bear. A Squibbo? That nigga low-key? Let's take a look. That motherfucker is probably... he looked like he's just he looked like he's a nigga. he built, but you see the vision, right? Put Mike Tyson against that motherfucker in the ring. I might have Mike Tyson like 30-70% of the time. He might be able to knock his ass out. Think about it, bro. I don't know. Am I crazy for that? Am I crazy for that, bro? Is that a crazy take? Because he looked like he kind of built like the reach is crazy though. Damn, look at those arms. Not lightning Squibbo, no, but regular motherfucker, yes. Regular Squibbo, no, like using the stomp, he might be actually able to take that because the second you use that stomp, it might be over. But like, besides that, if you notice, like the punches from the Squibbo don't actually do that much damage. They don't, even to power 1, they don't do that much damage. So I think Mike Tyson reasonably will be able to take a couple hits, right, from a motherfucker like that. That's why I think I have, if I were to do like a tier list, let's do like a tier list, right? You would have probably, let's just say like, okay, we have, Squibbo's probably stronger, right? We probably have Squibbo, let's get like a, I don't know, like a tier list, right? You probably have Squibbo here, right? Squibbo. You probably have Mike Tyson, and not too like he might actually be able to handle that, right? Then we have like here's what I say: Mike Tyson, like Mike Cyborg / drugs. This is like if he's going like all out, he gets all the drugs and he gets like fucking like cyborgs and like the best of human potential. 2025 potential. There's probably some crazy shit out there that he could do. Drugs plus cyborg, like cybernetics, get a little exosuit. I think he's probably being able to take on a Squibbo, right? He's able to do something with it, right? Then, what's it called? You got right here. Now this is like cyborg drugs. You got shotgun. You know, a nigga with a gun. I don't know. I feel like a shotgun would probably blow a fucking Squibbo up. That's just my take. Squibbos are already kind of weak, but I feel like a shotgun, just like a regular shotgun. Give a nigga a shotgun, you probably can take a few motherfuckers out. So yeah, Mike, Squibbo, Mike Cyborg with drugs, shotgun. Then yeah, probably like, you know, like a little bit above that, like Mike, drug / cyborg with shotgun, you know. And then on top of that, I think maybe around here you have maybe Lightning. I feel like Lightning would be a very scary fight. That motherfucker hit you when he's stunning your ass. Shotgun might be able to do something to him. We don't know. Up here, realistically though, this is where like you start to get into like the inhuman tiers, right? Now we have probably something like top tier bear. This is like the strongest bear in human history. Sharko. I think this is like, and then you would probably need something like, I don't know, like a fucking like, maybe like a sniper. Best sniper, right? And then you have up here probably like explosives. Big explosives. Okay, this is the tier list, right? And then this is probably like let's just get like the tier list out. Yeah. Mud Skipper. Probably Squiggly. Okay. So we have you. Squiggly, probably able to beat most people in chat. Mud Skipper, pretty scary. Mike Tyson probably easily defeats Mud Skipper, but Squibbo, more times than not, Mike could win, but Squibbo, most of the time, he's probably going to be able to maybe get a few wins, but Squibbo's probably winning. Mike, true power, like cyborg, drugs, he has nothing to lose. Beats Squibbo. This is like everything it takes is peak. This is peak human ever. Drugs, cybernetics, etc. You have Lightning Squibbo, who is probably defeating Mike just due to the lightning affinity. Shotgun, because Shotgun is like not even human at that point. It's like it's a machine, very strong. Which I know Cyborg doesn't make sense, but I'm talking like you're still punching. You know, you're still using your fist. Now we're getting on to weapons. Then you have Mike Tyson with a shotgun, with drugs and cybernetics. A top tier bear. Actually, top tier bear, like a regular bear might be around here-ish, but a top tier, like the strongest bear in history, probably here. You have a really good sniper, able to beat probably a bear. Then you have a Sharko. I think it's going to hurt a Sharko, but eventually, like, the Sharko is going to still be able to, Sharko can eat some hits. And then you have, like, big explosions, like probably like a missile and shit, probably able to take out Sharko, right? So that's what I think for tier list number 1. Tier 1, right? This is like tier 1 of like the Deepwoken versus real world. Then we move on to tier 2. Okay, we're not done. Okay, tier 2. So probably what? We got like a bomb. Probably bomb. Like big bomb. Make it more fair. Big bomb over here. Let's do like corrupted alpha Sharko. Corrupted alpha Sharko. Probably able to tank big ass explosions. Then I think I'll give humanity some credit. Min-max missile. Min-max. This is like probably peak human technology, not nuke tier, just like non-nuke min-max missile. Probably taking out like corrupt alpha Sharko. All right. From here, maybe it's arguable corrupt broodlord is here. They're pretty scary. They have a lot of health. It's a coin flip. Depends on conditions. It's a coin flip. Depends on who's gonna take that here. Then we probably start to move on to the bosses, right? So let's like actually look at all the bosses in Deepwoken. From here, I think we probably just put like peak human, like potentials like big nuke. Zarbomba right here. And I think let's go over what a Zarbomba would probably clear. I think Zarbomba, honestly, call me crazy. Azar Bomba diffs pretty much most like characters. Maybe outside of like full power Maestro and full power Ferryman. Full power Ferryman. So we'll hold on, let me post something here. Okay. We'll put like the Deepwoken bosses here. Damn, that's pixelated as fuck. It's okay. Excluding full power Ferryman and maybe full power. Oh, and maybe Titus is questionable. Chaser's a bum. He's dying. I'm putting question mark for Titus. I don't know how strong that is, but we'll put like full power above. Like Ferryman's like way up. I remember like Ferryman's they're like the Krillin some play. Maybe Maestro up there as well. Full power unleashed. But Azar Bomba, this is prime human. I don't know. Prime human, probably able to defeat like Parliament. He's a bitch. Primonon, kind of bitch. Elder Prima here, you could probably put 2. Dread Serpent, like all the monster ones, I think they take Chaser, Duke, both like bums. Prime only because maybe they evade it. Like they're fast enough to maybe, I don't know if they can tank it. I think if Ferryman think about it. Do you really think if Maestro got hit by a nuke, he's surviving that? No, but I'm only excluding him because he's probably fast enough to escape. Ferryman, I think he has a way to. It's a depths motherfucker. Could probably escape, right? And so yeah, this is the final tier list, right? I think this is. I think we're pretty accurate, right? What do y'all think, chat? Pretty accurate? No. Humans are very strong, chat. We have a lot of potential, a lot of weapons. Give humanity weapons, like, bro, like they were like fucking praising like a basic ass rifle, like it was like this God-given gift, bro. And now I added like the little steam thing, and even that's only like 10 bullets. Okay, now we actually have a sniper, explosives like bombs and missiles, and then on top of that, you got like nukes. Mind you, that's one nuke. We have like what? Hold on. How many nukes do we have? And I guarantee you, we could probably make, yeah, there are globally 12,000 nukes. So even then, that's our strongest one recorded in history. We probably have stronger. Think about it. And then we have 10,000 plus nukes. 10,000 nukes versus Maestro. He's done. He's bummed. Ferryman, we don't know though. That's the thing. We don't know. And then I think once you start getting to like the real high tiers, like Prophet, motherfucker, like Regent, they'll probably have like their full power, like negate a nuke, right? But like nukes are really fucking strong, bro. But yeah, nukes, we get stopped by like the real lore tier characters, right? Like maybe True Power Maestro could deal with that. Regen is dying to nuke. Regen, I don't think, here's the thing, I don't think Regen dies to nuke. He's a prophet. He's a prophet. He's got. I think he has a way to. I think he has a way to defeat it. I think he can. He might be able to tank it. That might sound crazy, but I think somehow full power. I'm talking like the monster form, not like Valve Iron. He's bitch. No, full power. Current day Regent. Full power monster form. I think can take multiple nukes. Full humanity like teaming on him though. I don't know. I'll throw a poll in there. All right, chat, who y'all think got it? All of humanity, like current IRL humanity, plus nukes, plus all weapons possible, secret government weapons that in there, or full power monster form Regent. He like doesn't care. He sacrifices all of Etria, whatever he has to do. Nah, I mean, all of humanity. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have a feeling like here's the thing, right? All of humanity. I feel like they would shoot the fucking nukes at him, and he like full power would use the strings to like blow them up in the air. That's what I think. He would like use like the strings to like maybe even catch them and like throw them back. No. See, that's the thing. This is like an actual proper altercation. I don't know if the nukes are reaching region. Now, if all 10,000 nukes hit region, yes, he probably would die. But I'm talking like he might be able to like actually ward off the nukes. That's what I think. Yeah, I do think he would struggle though. I don't know. Now I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, this for me. It's coin flip. Humanity, you maybe have like because like you know like how does fucking radioactive shits does that fuck up Regent? We don't know. Can Regent be poisoned? I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe he can. Maybe he can't. Think about it. Maybe he's sitting on the chair. Etcher's bubble, maybe that could stop it too. We don't know what could stop it. I should ask Archmage this shit. Hold on, let me ask. On. Yo, Rag, who takes it? All of current day humanity with nukes or full power monster region are debating in stream right now. I'm gonna ask Rag, and then Rag's answer is like, what is like? I mean, he's the nigga who made Regent. That's the answer. Is any deep mantra comparable to a nuke? That's what he asks. Chat, do we have anything in Deepwoken that's comparable to a nuke? What's like the strongest thing? He said no. He said if no, then nukes win. Do specs count? Bring up specs. No, there's probably nothing. Whoa! Wait. No, we're discussing this right now. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to hop in VC and discuss this. I'm not gonna lie. I want to hear what he has to say because wait, pre-nerf. No, but here's the thing. Here, no, we're discussing right now. We're discussing right now. All right, this is what Parr said. He said Regent could use microstrings at the atomic level to stop the splitting of the hydrogen atom. And hold it together. That's some crazy shit. He'd be able to stop the nuke from even exploding. That's official lore right there, but that's official lore right there. So he would be able to stop the nukes like that. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because no, Regent is, bro. This is full power monster region defending Etris. I mean, there's not really, but you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing. When I mean all of humanity plus nukes, you got to realize that, like, not every nuke is going to hit at once, but there's probably going to be a lot. I think it comes down to how frequently can Regent stop a nuke and how much stamina does he have? Right? Because like if they're sending nukes for like 24 hours straight, one might eventually get through. Bro, this is lore. This is dev statements. This is like author statements essentially. So like one nuke, like Regent could probably stop a Zarbomba, like one Zarbomba. But the reason why he wouldn't, I think, at least from what I'm hearing, the reason why a Zarbomba wouldn't work against him because he would stop it from exploding. Not necessarily saying that he can't take it. Okay, that's interesting. Ah, okay. So yeah, Regent even from what I'm hearing, Regent, if he gets hit by a nuke, it's wraps. It's wraps. So Tsar Bomba, if exploded, might actually clear everything here. It might actually clear everything here. The only issue is, according from what I'm hearing, is that if it was like if we're in the Deepwoken world, he would just escape the depths. But if it's like IRL where it's like one life, Region, the only way he can handle a nuke from what I'm hearing is if he stops it beforehand. That's the only, he can't tank. So that means everybody here basically gets negged. Even Ferryman, I don't even know about Ferryman. Ferryman is a maybe. Krulins are crazy. I don't know. But from my hearing, Regent has to stop it. Everybody here gets blitzed. They have to essentially stop the bomb or escape the bomb before it actually hits them. But if they get hit by it, it's over. No. This is I'm discussing this as we speak with Dragon Bar. Okay. Now that was a good discussion. Good discussion. All right, chat. I think we had a pretty solid stream today. I think my girl wants to call me, so yeah, I'm probably gonna I'll probably make a few videos for this week, maybe today, and a few just so I can get back into the swing of things. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream. The yaps, I missed streaming so much. Thank you guys for all the donations. Appreciate that. And yeah, no, I'll keep working for the game and bring up more things, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. I'm kind of glad Deepwoken is back on. Yeah, good discussion to end on. All right, guys. So technically, this is. I think this could be lore. I think this is lore right here. Actually, let me add this final list. If landed, and then we put like a red like fucking thing. Like you can't even see. It's like above. On. Okay, here we go. If landed. So this is the final list. Look at you guys. You guys are all the way down here. But yeah, final list. I think so humanity is pretty I mean, we got it. We are like, it's like you know, it would be just like chat. It would be like Hunter x Hunter, Merim versus Netero. That's exactly what it would be like. Even though you have these like god tier crazy characters, get a nuke on one of them niggas and they're like crying. They're like gonna be crying to their fucking family. They don't even know if these motherfuckers have a family. They're all essentially washed. We basically clear them. That's crazy to think. We clear a lot of motherfuckers. Hella gun would actually probably do a lot of work to most Deepwoken mobs. Think about that. So maybe if you could go to layer 1 for $1 million a year, but you could bring a gun, but you'd have to bring ammo. I don't know. I still don't know though. If I had a shotgun, I don't know if I'm confident enough that a Megalodon still wouldn't kill me. That's scary. I don't know, chat. Would you try killing a Megalodon with a shotgun for $1 million? Yes or no? Put in chat. Last poll of the day. Last poll of the day. You have a shotgun, but you're up against a Megalodon. Shotgun versus Megalodon. All right, let's do final poll. You a shotgun versus Megalodon. We try kill for $1 million. No PV scaling. Just base. A shotgun's really strong though. Shotgun's really strong. Oh, it's split. Okay, 60-40. That's pretty split. Also, thank you for the 10 super. Add Levitt to the road for beating Regent. Yeah, we'll probably add this. It's very likely that it's coming. So for those who want something from Iron Vow, we'll probably add some probably reward for beating it once, beating on every class. So hopefully expect that sometime soon, I hope. If Sharka is realistic anatomy and has a brain, that's a win con. Yeah, no, that is definitely. But Sharkos are fast though. They are very fast. So if you fuck up, we also don't know how thick the Sharko head is. Think about that. It's like we don't know how their skull works, and so it's like, bro, Deepwoken, because like realistic anatomy, yes, but like Deepwoken world shit, the motherfuckers like I don't know. Who knows? All right, guys. Thank you guys for enjoying today's stream. Had a blast with you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.